All right, I'm 18 and last month I made $8,997 trading with FTMO. And before I introduce myself, I want to deliver a message. Don't quit day trading. It's all possible. It might take more time than you expect, but you'll get what you want out of this if you just keep going and outwork everybody. It's not easy and most of you are going to fail, but you should use that as motivation. You can already today do things that will place you in the small category of people that have a much higher chance of succeeding. How? Do what 99% of traders are too lazy to do. So hi, I go by 4,000 weeks, and in April I made $8,997 with a 100K funded account with FTMO. I started trading 2.93 years ago, which is 1,072 days, and I became profitable near the end of 2025. It's been a hell of a journey, I can tell you that, and I finally arrived to a state where I'm confident that I can say that my trading skills will allow me to fund my lifestyle. It's a great place to be in, and I've worked my fucking ass off to get here. So, I've got 61 videos posted on my YouTube channel, which I've considered archives from my unprofitable phase. This is now a new phase of my channel, one where I will generally do my best to fix the trading space, which has become one of the most ridiculous industries out there. It has literally become a joke, and people are selling the wrong things, in my humble opinion. So let's begin with a bit of advice. I want to share a couple of things that I know will accelerate your journey to profitability, or at least have accelerated mine. The first one is from a fellow YouTuber called Nero Knowledge. He is big in the spiritual, metaphysical sort of content, and he's honestly changed my life. I'm gonna put his YouTube channel below in the description. Be, do, have. By the way, take notes from this sort of phase onwards. Be, do, have. There's this common belief, which is if I do, I will have, then I will be. Example, if I work out, I will have a fit body, then I will be confident in my body. But the truth is, there is a much better way of approaching these types of goals, and it's with be, do, have. So I will be, then if I do, I will have. Example, I will be mentally fit, then if I work out, I will be confident in my body. In other words, if you want to apply this to your day trading, I want you to embody the mind of a profitable day trader, which will fix how you spend your free time, which will deliver your desired results of extracting profits from the markets. So in order for you to make whatever amount you want to make per month, whether it's 10K, 5K, 2K, 50K, or whatever, you must first embody the mind of that type of trader, right? So if you want to make 50K per month, start thinking like a 50K per month trader. Start operating like a 50K per month trader. And only then, once you operate like a professional, will you be able to make those types of months. That's how it all works, right? The second thing is that I would like to sort of make a comment on is just work. Right? Like I've already mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but you can do what you want to do if you just fucking don't stop. Like when I started day trading, I was completely all in. I dropped out at 16, by the way, to go all in into day trading, and I did not see any good results for the first 6 months. In fact, I literally could not take a winning position for the first 6 months after I dropped out. It was very, very hard. But I've never doubted the fact that I would eventually get to the point where I am today, which is a profitable day trader. I have a crazy day trading journal, and that is what honestly brought me close to profitability, brought me to profitability. I have a journal with 400 plus trades mixed in with the back test, etc. But they're just very detailed, and I'm going to make a separate video on this. But you just, like, you have to work your ass off. I feel like this is going to be the message of this video, because ever since I've started becoming profitable, many traders have sort of contacted me, and people are drawn into the trading space because they expect it to be a very simple way to make money. And they'll get their Lamborghini within 6 months of day trading, which is not the case. You you should sort of view this whole thing as a 3-year journey. And for 3 years, commit everything. In the beginning, I would literally wake up, sit at my desk, work on day trading, study videos, backtest, have lunch, work on day trading, study videos, have dinner, repeat when I dropped out of school. That was my routine for 6 months, literally. I spent hundreds of hours freaking trying to figure this out. And today it's paying off. And today I've arrived at a stage where I can literally spend so much less time doing stuff related to trading and still make money every month. And that's the goal. That's the goal that every trader that you are probably trying to achieve. And I hope that you will get there. But at the same time, you will not get there if you do not just go. You have to be kind of crazy, honestly. You got to be kind of crazy. You got to absolutely just sit there for days on end and journal everything and study everything. And eventually, once you have a proven edge, this is the second piece of advice that I really want to give, is if you're profitable on demo over whatever the course of 3 months, and then the second you trade live, you mess up everything, you should be trying to replicate your demo trading onto live, obviously, right? This is something that actually made me profitable. Was I basically whole of 2025, I was trading live without any good results. And then in September, I was like, all right, fuck this. I keep losing money. So I'm going back to demo. And when I was on demo, I think I made like 17% in September trading my strategy because I didn't care if I was going to win or lose. I was just completely detached. And what got me to 10K in April, because I have a personal account and stuff, was replicating my demo trading on my live trading, which means essentially you remove the attachment from your losses. You should be risking. The goal of a trader is to have the most clear objective view of the charts. You don't want to be influenced. You want to limit like as many emotions possible in order to see the charts as clear as possible. So if you're risking too much per trade and if you take a loss, it affects you, then that is already something that you can just fix today. If a $100 loss is going to affect you and is going to change your day, then you're risking too much money. Same thing if you win a trade. If you win $250 and you're like, fuck yes, I just won $250, then you're risking too much money. You have to be as stoic as possible in order to be profitable. It's something that literally changed my trading. So what I ended up doing is I went demo, made 17% in September or something, came back live with a 3K account, and I was risking like $20 per trade. And the whole of 2025, I was risking $300 per trade. And I was basically around break even for 6 months or something, winning and then losing and then winning and then losing and then fucking up my plan. But then I was taking a good trade and there was just no results that were being made. It was just pure stagnation. My P&L curve was up and down and then up and down and then ended up not making any money. So I came back live after trading demo, risked $20 per trade. I may have even started with $10 on a 3K account per trade. And obviously when I lose $10 or when I make $30, it is not gonna affect me, right? With $30 twice a week is not gonna do anything to my life. So, but I slowly started to manage to trade how I was trading on demo onto my live capital, right? So I was making good results. I was taking more winning trades. I was ending the month up, 5 to 10 R, and it ended up being, like, I don't know, $200 months or something. And then what you slowly do is you increase that threshold of what amount are you comfortable with losing with. Once I was really comfortable with losing $10, then I just doubled it. Now it's $20 per trade. And it just did not affect me. And that number, you may think that it's going to be a very slow journey to increase that amount, but it's really not, right? It's like you're comfortable with $10 and then A month later, you're risking double, and then you're risking. Then I was risking $100 per trade, and then eventually it was like 400, 500, up to $1,000 per trade. And it's the same thing with funded accounts. I passed my 100K account one step with FTMO, 10% profit target, by really being so detached from it. This is like one of 5 accounts that I've passed, and the key is to just don't treat it like the holy grail. Don't give it so much weight. Don't be like, oh my God, I need to pass this funded account. This funded account is going to change my life because once I pass, if I make 5%, bam, that'll be a $5,000 month, right? I removed all of those thoughts. What are they doing? They're doing nothing. They're just adding importance to the goal that I'm trying to achieve. And that importance is just a middleman. There's you, the goal you have to achieve, and then there's that middleman. And that middleman is not going to do anything. You shouldn't be caring or adding any importance to those types of goals because they don't help you. It in fact deteriorates like your chance of achieving that goal. If you praise the idea of making 10K per month, if you're like, oh my God, 10K per month is just, that's the goal. That's the thing that is going to change my life, etc. I guarantee that you're going to get there in way less time than someone that is operating like a 10K per month trader that doesn't believe that 10K per month is a crazy amount of money. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. That's not the point. The point is, if you think it's a crazy amount of money, then you're basically admitting that you're not the type of person that makes that type of money per month. So I essentially convinced myself that I was a 10K per month trader before achieving 10K per month in day trading. And I know this sentence probably sounds crazy, but once I had hit that 10K per month, I genuinely it didn't feel super crazy because I convinced myself that this was the type of money that I'm making. The next thing that I'm convincing myself, now I operate like a 50K per month trader. That's the next goal of mine. And when I hit that goal, not if, you have to completely, what does Yoda say? Do or do not, there is no try. Exactly. I found that. I was watching that movie in the plane the other day. Do or do not, there is no try. So when I hit 50K per month with day trading, which is probably going to be in the next, depends, could be in the next year, could be in the next 2 years, it won't feel crazy. Why? Because I am a 50K per month trader. Reality hasn't caught up to my identity, to my self-identity. What a rant. So essentially, this video. I haven't made a video in 5 months on this channel, and I'm going to be back. I'm going to be posting everywhere, social media, TikTok, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. But this is just an update, and I'm going to be sweating this social media game. So yeah, that's basically how I made $9,000 with FTMO. Is I embodied the identity of a $10,000 per month trader. I put in the work. Obviously, it's not just manifesting and suddenly you arrive at that goal. I worked my ass off to get, it took me 3 years essentially to become profitable. But the final click was all in my mind. I had the skills, and I honestly reckon that if I'd understood that idea of embodying the identity and the thought process and the operations of a 10K per month trader a year back, then I would be making 10K per month at the start of 2025. So thank you for watching this video. There'll be many, 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 many more. I have very ambitious goals with this YouTube thing now that I'm back, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.